painted them all from life, and I find that's important. I like to paint portraits from life. There is something of the person that seems to seep into the painting if you have a live sitter. And I think you're probably using one side of the brain very particularly. I find I can talk and paint at the same time. So a lot of the time we would have conversations whilst we painted.
In South Wing at the time, the paintings were just shown on various isolated walls.
Yes, yeah, they were scattered.
They were scattered. In fact, that's why these paintings gathered together now are very poignant for me, because it brings back a part of my life I'd almost forgotten about.
Yeah. I was always very impressed by the way the nurses genuinely cared for the people who lived here. It became, because of course you've got to remember this was their home. The lady who was in charge of the hospital at the time was very, very keen that the people living here should continue to have new experiences. And that was part of being painted as well. A lot of people would never have been painted in their lives before, but as part of the continuation of experiences, they used to arrange parties for them, and every year would have an annual garden party in the churchyard next door. And this is a painting of the St Pancras garden party. I paint. I like painting. It's all I really like to do. And so, almost as a sort of antidote to painting portraits, painting portraits is hard work. You've got to be accurate. You've got to be, you're very sort of poised to try and get that essential essence of somebody, which is very hard. So you're very, very concentrated when you're painting portraits. And so these are much more, or I think of them almost as little poems, especially these little ones. And I paint them on these little canvases because they're small enough to take out into the countryside. I've lived in Surrey most of my life, really, and I feel it's ingrained in me. And so all these are like little homages to Surrey. And occasionally, though, I'll paint something a bit bigger.